Apple's 3 trillion business model explained. Most people think Apple makes most of its money from selling iPhones, but the truth is much more interesting than that. Apple didn't just build a product, they built one of the most powerful business machines in history. A system so strong that once people enter it, they almost never leave. Today, Apple is worth more than $3 trillion. That makes it one of the most valuable companies in the entire world. But Apple didn't start as a giant. In fact, it started in a garage. Back in 1976, two young men named Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak started building computers together. They had a simple idea: make computers that were easy for everyday people to use. At the time, computers were complicated machines used mostly by scientists and big companies. But Apple believed computers could become personal tools for everyone. Their first product, the Apple I, was extremely basic. It was just a circuit board. Buyers had to add their own keyboard, monitor, and case. But it proved something important: people were interested. Soon after came the Apple II, which became one of the first successful personal computers in history. Apple was growing fast. But the real turning point came years later with a completely different product. In 2007, Apple introduced something that would change the entire world: the iPhone. At the time, phones had small keyboards and tiny screens. Most people used devices like BlackBerries or flip phones. But Apple introduced a full touchscreen phone that worked more like a small computer in your pocket. It was revolutionary. And over time, the iPhone became the center of Apple's entire business strategy. But here's where Apple's real genius comes in. Apple doesn't just sell phones. Apple builds ecosystems. An ecosystem means that all of their products are designed to work perfectly together. The iPhone connects seamlessly with the MacBook. The MacBook works smoothly with the iPad. AirPods connect instantly. The Apple Watch tracks your health and syncs with your phone. Everything works together, and once someone owns several Apple devices, leaving the ecosystem becomes very difficult. Imagine switching to a different phone brand. Suddenly your messages don't sync. Your photos aren't automatically shared. Your apps might not work the same way. So most people stay. This creates something incredibly powerful for Apple: customer loyalty. In fact, Apple has one of the highest customer loyalty rates in the world. Studies show that more than 90% of iPhone users buy another iPhone when they upgrade. That means Apple doesn't need to constantly chase new customers. Millions of people simply return every few years to buy the next model. But the iPhone alone isn't the whole story. Apple also makes money from something called services. Services include things like the App Store, Apple Music, Apple TV+, iCloud storage, and Apple Pay. Every time someone buys an app, subscribes to a service, or stores extra data in the cloud, Apple takes a percentage. The App Store alone is a massive money machine. When developers sell apps or in-app purchases, Apple typically takes around a 30% commission. That means thousands of companies are building businesses inside Apple's ecosystem, and Apple gets paid from almost every transaction. It's like owning a digital shopping mall where every store pays you rent. And because there are more than 1 billion active iPhones around the world, that mall is always busy. Another key part of Apple's strategy is pricing. Apple rarely competes on being the cheapest. Instead, they focus on being premium. Their products are designed to feel high-end, polished, and desirable. From the packaging to the materials used in their devices, everything is carefully crafted to create a luxury experience. This allows Apple to charge higher prices than many competitors. But people still buy them. Why? Because Apple has built one of the strongest brands in the world. When people see the Apple logo, they think of innovation, quality, and status. Brand power is incredibly valuable. It allows Apple to maintain strong profit margins while competitors fight over lower prices. Another brilliant move by Apple is control. Unlike many tech companies, Apple controls both the hardware and the software. They design the devices, the operating system, and many of the key apps. This level of control allows Apple to optimize performance and create smoother experiences for users. For example, Apple designs its own chips, like the M-series processors used in Mac computers. These chips are incredibly powerful and energy efficient. Because Apple controls the entire system, everything works together better. That's something many competitors struggle to match. Apple also benefits from massive global scale. Every year, Apple sells hundreds of millions of devices around the world. That scale allows them to negotiate better deals with suppliers and manufacture products efficiently. Even small improvements in cost savings can generate billions of dollars in extra profit when you're producing at that level. And while the iPhone still generates a large portion of Apple's revenue, the company continues expanding into new areas. Wearables like the Apple Watch and AirPods have become huge businesses on their own. The Apple Watch is now one of the most popular watches in the world, even compared to traditional watch companies, and AirPods completely transformed the wireless headphone market. These products strengthen the ecosystem even further. The more Apple products someone owns, the deeper they are connected to the brand. Apple is also investing heavily in services and digital content. Streaming, payments, cloud storage, and subscriptions are all areas that provide recurring revenue. Recurring revenue is powerful because it generates steady income month after month. Instead of relying only on product launches, Apple earns money continuously from its massive user base. And with over 2 billion active Apple devices worldwide, that user base is enormous. Looking ahead, Apple continues exploring new technologies. Artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and even new types of computing devices are areas the company is investing in. Apple doesn't rush into every trend. Instead, they wait, refine the technology, and then enter the market with a polished product. It's a strategy that has worked again and again. From computers to smartphones to wearables, Apple has repeatedly reshaped entire industries. And the core of their success remains the same. Build beautiful products, create a powerful ecosystem, and turn customers into lifelong users. That strategy helped Apple grow from a small garage startup into one of the most valuable companies the world has ever seen. And as technology continues evolving, Apple's ecosystem may become even more powerful in the years ahead. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Apple's business model, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below telling us which company we should break down next. There are many fascinating business empires out there, and we're just getting started uncovering how they really work. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Video must be 9 min and 11 seconds long.